Here we go, guys. We are moments away from the green flag here at Imola for round 4. Motor Racing's lmp2 Championship. The feature race here is about to get underway. We've got Hot Pack lining up at the front of the grid on the right-hand side of your screen. Fury dethroned at the top of that leaderboard right at the end of the session, sat alongside him in peace. Oh, God's sake. Sorry, headphones fell off. Apologies. Fury lining up alongside him on the front row. Ratchet and DJ Phil on row 2. Then we've got Xmart, Bullen on row 3. Aussie Albie, Camber, Richie and Ben Parkey all unable to settle up in that feature race quali session due to the fact they finished in the top 5 in the sprint. We are about to go lights out here for the feature race. Fury puts his lights on, showing intent to Hot Pack. It looks like an incredible start off the line there for Ratchidas immediately coming down the middle here with 3 wide coming up towards turn 1. What's going to happen? Ratchidas putting through a little bit wide. Ratchidas goes very wide into turn 1. He's got it stopped in time. It looks like he did. Ratchidas is up into the lead of the race. What a start there from Ratchidas. Fury up into P2 ahead of Hot Pack. It looks like Xmart coming to pressure out from Richie and DJ Phil just behind him. It looks like Richie's made a great start there. Up into P5, Camber 7.
Oh no!
Aussie Albie and Ben Parkey. Oh, there's a big crash there. It looks like Ben Parkey. Is that Ben Parkey? Someone can involve him.
No. I'm
DJ Phil.
Oh, DJ Phil.
Camber.
A big crash there. You can see there. Oh, you can see also Aussie. Is that, no, it's Xmart there. Xmart's into the wall there on the exit of the hairpin. Absolutely gutting stuff there for him. He's getting it pointing in the right direction once again. He's lost so much time there. But it looked like DJ Phil was involved in a little bit of argy-bargy on the first lap. He's got damage. Lots of damage to that car. He's going to have to limp round to the pits. That is, it's gutting there for DJ Phil, guys.
Yes, that's.
So we go back to the race leaders here. Ratchidas and Fury separated by just under a second. Ratchidas, what a start off the line from him. He's lined up in 3rd place. He's got a penalty. I'm not sure if he jumped the start. We'll have to check that out because he seemed to get away incredibly. He was carried straight down the middle of Fury and Hot Pack, got himself up into the lead. Fury is not letting him run away at the front though. He's keeping that gap down to just under under half a second at the moment. Fury CBK very much in the fight for this victory tonight here at Imola, completing lap 1 of this feature race. As we see Fury making a move to the inside here. He's going to pull out to the right hand side and he's going to go for a blue. No, he's not. He's backs out of that one. Thinks better of making a lunge. And for the time being, Ratchidas holding on to the lead, but Fury making it known that he is very, very intent on taking this race lead at the moment.
Oh yeah, man, definitely. I've been watching the start from Ben Parkey's and Richie's position. Richie had a massive start with the crash with Xmart. Ben Parkey, could take advantage of it, and he did. He's now in 5th position, and Richie is now in 3rd position as he takes the position of Fury. And Ben Parkey not for. Oh no! Oh my days! Ben Parkey a bit wide.
Yeah, it looks like Ben Parkey's currently trying to fend off Bullen and chase down Fury as well. We've got Aussie Albie just behind Bullen at the moment, trying to close in on this pack as well. Camber dropping off a bit. Camber had a hell of a race in the wet conditions in the sprint race. So far, this feature is made some difficult progress at the moment. Xmart and DJ Phil both had to come in for repairs at the end of that first lap. It looks like Xmart actually didn't come in, so maybe the damage on that car not too sustained, and he's able to stay out and maximise the potential of that car. But DJ Phil, it's going to be some lengthy repairs in the pit lane. We saw that car looked almost undrivable after that incident. Ratchidas leads the way by 2.5 seconds. What's happened to Fury? Fury was right up the chuff of that Ratchidas, but it looks like he's dropped back a little bit into the mid-pack. He's now got Ben Parkey all over the back of him. He's in a sandwich between Richie and Ben Parkey. Ben Parkey having a look towards the first corner, but I think he's a bit too far back to go for it at the moment. So at the moment, Fury holding on to that 4th place position, but that is absolutely gutting there for Fury. And we see somebody's got, that's DJ Phil, sorry. DJ Phil back marker there, off onto the grass, so everybody getting by there, but DJ Phil seems to be struggling a little bit in that car. I don't know if there's damage still to it. Maybe the team didn't repair it, but he's dropping some time. Fury's been into the wall. Fury there, getting way too hot onto the throttle and binning it into the wall. As we can see, there's a battle developing here between Bullen and Aussie Albie. The battle for 5th and 6th. Nothing at all separating these lads. Aussie Albie looking to try and find a way by But Bullen at the moment defending the position very, very nicely indeed. Ozzy Albi having to back out of that one for the time being. But these guys probably know that the more time that they batted it out, the more time they're going to be losing to the guys up ahead of them. Hotpack, Richie and Ben Parkey are going to be pulling away considerably. So Ozzy Albi's going to want to get this move done as soon as possible. But to be fair to Bullen though, he's more than a match for him at this point. These guys lapping very, very similarly. Last time around, Ozzy Albi 3/10 faster than Bullen. But yeah, as I say, not much at all separating these guys in terms of raw pace. As we go back to the battle here for P2, Richie's up into P2. He's got that move done on Hotpack on the exit of the hairpin. And now he's into some clear air. Question is, can Richie chase down Rachidas leading the field? Richie has, crucially, got that jump on Ben Parkey though. He's got 2 seconds to him and a car in between the two of them. So the duel for the win here in this feature race is currently, I would say, advantage Richie at this stage. Obviously he's got Rachidas up to grow from him. But, you know, Richie and Ben Parkey have been probably the fastest guys in the dry conditions in the LMP2s over the course of the last couple of seasons, and we know that those two always end up fighting it out for the victories. And at the moment, Rachidas is doing a fantastic job in the lead of the race with that 3-second cushion. Again, it'd be interesting to see if Rachidas can keep it up this sort of pace and keep into the position that he's currently got at the moment. He is doing a really, really good job keeping that gap. He's lapping in the low 1 minute 37. The last lap from Richie was a 1:36. So, well, what do we reckon about Rachidas? Potentially could be on for this win in the feature race, or do you reckon Richie and Ben Parkey have got too much pace on him?
Yeah, the thing is about also the consistency.
Yeah, consistency.
Rachidas with the consistency, because we already know Richie and Ben Parkey, they're one of the most consistent guys around. So that will play also a part, and the pit stop strategy.
Yeah, 100%. And one thing we know about Ben Parkey and Richie as well is that they're pretty much not flawless, but they're very consistent. And as you say, consistency is going to be key tonight. So Richie currently 1.6 seconds back to Ben Parkey. They've got Hotpack in between them, but Richie knows that he needs to pretty much be flawless if he wants to stay ahead of Ben Parkey for the rest of this race. It's going to, I think, come down to the pit stops. Who gets the better box when these guys do eventually come in. It's also quite a long pit lane here at Imola.
Oh no! There's a battle going on with Camber and Fury.
Oh, we go back to the battle here for P7 and 8 at the moment. Camber just holding off Fury, but Fury looks like he's lost more positions here. Incredible. He was running up in second place at the end of the first lap, just behind Rachidas, but it has gone horribly wrong so far for Fury since then. Lap 5 of this race, down in 8th place, 12.5 seconds off of the race lead. His raw pace is incredible. He's lapping in the low 1 minute 36s on the last time around, but so far on lap 5, it's gone horribly wrong for him.
Yes, that's correct. That's also the key. Yeah, that's the most important thing, consistency in these long races.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter if you've got speed at the end of the day. If you can't do it lap after lap after lap, then you're going to be nowhere once the checkered flag falls. As we can currently see, Ben Parkey's still giving Hotpack something to worry about here. He's all over his mirrors, but at the moment not quite able to get that move and move up into third place. Last time around, Ben Parkey was 1.2 seconds quicker. I imagine that this time around their lap times are going to be pretty similar as they cross the line. Keep an eye on the top left-hand corner, see the delta. You can see there Hotpack comes over 1:36.8, Ben Parkey 1:37.4, so Hotpack responded that last time around to the pressure from Ben Parkey. At the moment, Ben just not able to find a way around him, and this is going to play more and more into the hands of this man here, Richie, who is now pulling up onto the back of Rachidas and lapping a lot faster. Last lap, Rachidas lost a lot of time. 5 seconds quicker was Richie.
Yes, also to be accountable for the 4 seconds penalties of Rachidas and 2 second penalty for Hotpack. It's also a thing to worry about.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's currently Rachidas holding on to that lead. But yeah, as you say, I'm not sure how much is the penalty for Rachidas again, Raj. You say 1 second for Rachidas.
4 seconds.
4 seconds for Ratchet, so that's really going to play into the hands of Hotpack and Ben as well, because although Hotpack obviously, as we say, with the penalty, but Ben Parkey still needs to clear Hotpack if he wants to fight Richie for this win. This is crucial for Ben Parkey now, because the more and more time that he spends behind Hotpack, the more time that Richie will get the opportunity to drive off into the distance. I'm not saying that's necessarily going to happen, and there we see Ben Parkey probably fearing exactly what I just mentioned there. Richie is coming into the pit lane for his mandatory stop pretty early here, actually on the first lap of the pit window being open, lap 6 is when the pit window opens, a third of the distance into the race. Here he comes into the box, so I don't know. Now Ben Parkey in traffic. Richie, it depends if he comes out in clear air or not. He's just coming towards the end of the pit lane now. He should come out, I think, in between Camber and Xmart, so he should have some clear road, I'd say. If he comes out ahead of Xmart, which he should, then he's going to be able to get his foot down and fully do whatever he wants here. At this point, he's got a lapped car coming up just ahead of him. That's DJ Phil. He shouldn't worry about that because there will be blue flags in that instance. So I'd say Richie got to be nailed on for this win. Ben Parkey in traffic trying to get past Hotpack. As I say that though, Hotpack looks like he's gone off the track and he's lost a couple of positions here. Hotpack's dropped down to 5th place. Aussie Albi and Bullen up into 3rd and 4th respectively. Ben Parkey at the moment in P2 here in this one, into some clear air finally. At what cost though? He's lost so much time to Richie and to Ratchidas as well. Ratchidas now lapping in the 1 minute 36s.
Yeah, that's correct, man. This is going to be very hard.
Yeah, that's going to be an absolutely banging race. But currently Richie at the moment Richie currently sat in 8th place at the moment. He's got 10 seconds of clear road up ahead of him, so he knows that he can really wring the neck off that car and get some laps in now. He's got DJ Phil just in the foreground there, but as I said, DJ Phil will have blue flags wave, and he's always very respectful and courteous anyway, so I'm sure that Richie won't have any problems with that regard. But Ratchidas and Fury Ratchidas and Fury both into the box to make their mandatory stops. Camber follows suit. So now it looks like everyone's coming in for their pit stops. Now the pit window's open. That's going to allow Richie into some clear air, which he would have had anyway. So now the only guys yet to make their pit stop in this race are Ben Parkey, Aussie Albi, Fulham and Hotpack. Everyone else from 5th downwards has already been into their stop. Richie currently driving around with the net race lead here, with 10 laps to go here in the feature race at Imola. The question is, can Ben Parkey do anything about Richie? I think the pit stop's around 30 seconds here at Imola, so Ben Parkey's got to find 5 seconds on Richie somewhere in these next, I don't know, he's got 9 laps basically. So the question is, has he got the pace to do so? Guess we'll find out the answer to that one.
Oh yeah, Ben Parkey has clean air, man. Clean air all over the place.
Yeah, he's definitely got that opportunity now, but so has Richie. So at the end of the day, it's going to come down now to these guys setting qualifying laps, lap after lap, and whoever's the quickest driver is basically going to come out on top. But Richie, with that head start, obviously had track position. Ben Parkey got a little bit held up behind Hotpack for a few laps, so definitely would have played into Richie's hands. Richie has probably got the advantage here in this one, as we see Aussie Albi coming in to make his mandatory pit stop. Hotpack released into 3rd place onto the back of Bullen. These guys separate by not very much at all. Is Hotpack going to go for a move coming into turn 1? I think it's a bit too far back to go for it at the moment. Bullen holding on to that provisional P2, net P4. Oh, as we see there, Bullen getting all sorts of out of shape there onto the gravel, getting a little bit too hot onto the throttle. Hotpack back up into P2. Bullen there reversing back onto the track, but it's just so unfortunate.
Richie.
Oh, what's happened? Oh, it looks like it was all right there. I thought there was about to be a simply monumental accident there involving, I think it was that X-Mark coming round, I don't know, but ultimately Bullen managing to keep it out of harm's way. Thank goodness for that. And we've got Richie charging through in the background there. He's just put a lap there on DJ Phil. Richie driving in the number 7 tonight. He's going to now be wanting to chase down Bullen, and I'm sure Richie's nearly praying that Bullen doesn't fight him too much, because Richie's currently embroiled in a battle for the race win with Ben Parkey, who's P1 at the moment and still yet to make his mandatory pit stop. Question is, when is he going to do it? 9 laps left to go here in this race, and he can do it any time. There's no restrictions on how late you can pit. The pit window doesn't open till a third of the race distance, but there's no limits on how late you can come in. So Ben Parkey's literally free to come in any time between now lap 10 and the end of lap 17. So he can just keep going, keep doing what he's doing out the front in clear air, enjoying the lovely open track here at Imola. Oh, just getting a bit wide there. Oh, Ben Parkey's lost the car.
Ben! Oh no,
Ben
Ben! Oh no!
Parkey has binned it into the wall. Unbelievable scene. See the race leader, who looked like he might be starting to get it. You know, he's got it going once again. I think he did momentarily there, but that was so unfortunate there for Ben Parkey. Just as it was starting to look like he might be putting a gap to Richie, it's all gone up in smoke. Oh, Rav, that's absolutely so unfortunate there for Ben Parkey.
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. 13 seconds. Oh my days, he lost 13 seconds.
Oh my god. That is... I think that's going to be race win, well and truly out the door for Ben Parkey. If he doesn't get his skates on, he could potentially lose a podium.
We see someone going into the wall.
Oh, I didn't see that. Richie apparently...
there was X-Mark.
Oh, right, okay, X-Mark. But yeah, X-Mark currently in the foreground there in front of Richie. So Richie's going to be coming around to put a lap on him any moment now. We see Ozzy Albi in the pits again, guys. Incredible. I don't know if he's got damage on that car or what's happened.
Maybe the wrong tyres?
Maybe he put the wet tyres on, who knows. Hopefully not. But definitely an unexplained impromptu pit stop there from our Australian driver racing out of the UK. Driving in the number 50 yellow and silver livery tonight. And we see there Ben Parkey is coming into the pit lane for his mandatory pit stop. So that will release Bullen into a provisional lead of this race. Once he comes into the pits, that will release Richie into the lead. That is right, isn't it? Bullen hasn't been in.
That's correct.
So Richie will assume the race lead once Bullen comes in. Ratchidas, we believe, has already been in. So he's now running in a net second place, ahead of Ben Parkey. Ben Parkey's just coming to the end of the pits now. I think Fury has still got to come in. He hasn't been in yet, as far as I know. Camber, I don't know.
Yes, Camber also.
Camber's been in, so... Yeah, so now Ratchidas... Here we go, Bullen and Richie currently battling over the lead of the race. 0.3 of a second separating these guys at the moment. Richie has already been in for this stop. Bullen has not, so Richie's going to be hoping now at this point that Bullen doesn't hold him up too much. These guys currently got 7.5 laps left to go. These guys technically on different strategies at the moment. But to be fair though, Richie now not really involved in a battle for the victory. Obviously he needs to still keep his head in the game, but at the moment he's got a pretty comfortable margin back to Ratchidas. Ben Parkey had an absolute nightmare earlier on, which has dropped him out of the equation. We see Richie making a move there for P1 up the inside. He goes a little bit late on the brakes, just about. Oh no, he runs a bit wide, so he's got to be careful here. Richie doesn't want to throw away the margin that he's got back to Ratchidas, because that stuff like that could end up throwing the race win away. Bullen currently causing the net race leader all sorts of problems though here, guys. Richie with his lights on, signifying that he wants that position ASAP, but Bullen more than within his rights to fight for it. This is for track position. He's not a lap down, he's more than within his rights to give it absolutely everything to try and maintain that P1 position. We're on lap 12 rating here in the feature race. Currently Richie struggling to make this, as we see Bullen going a little bit wide there. Surely Richie, he's got that position now. Yes, he does. He's up into the lead of the race. Seizes on that opportunity. Bullen went a little bit deep into the hairpin, and Richie did not need asking. Pardon me, did not need asking twice. Ratchidas currently 9 seconds down the road from these guys, running in P3 at the moment. Got Fury sat P4. Ben Parkey was looking pretty good earlier on in the race, but ultimately a couple of mistakes and a slightly below par pit stop has dropped him out of the equation for this race win. Once all the pit stops are done, we might see him fighting for the podium. I'm not sure yet. 6 laps left to go. Still a little way left to go in this race. He might be able to find himself with an opportunity a little bit later on. But Richie now pulling out the gap to Bullen. And Bullen coming in for his mandatory pit stop. So that's going to release Ratchidas into P2. Fury will inherit third. I don't know if Fury's been in. I can't remember, I'm not sure.
I don't think he has.
Oh,
No,
Fury goes
Camber
now.
has. Oh,
No,
Fury.
I'm not sure about Fury.
Fury going very wide down it. As Ralph said on the exit, and it's like, oh, he thought about going into the pits there. That was a last-minute decision not to come in. I'm not sure what changed his mind there, but Fury opting to stay out for a little bit longer. Currently, well, I suppose he's in some clear air, so maybe it was the decision to keep running with a clear track in front of him.
Bullets.
He's got back
In the
markers
pits.
ahead.
I don't know if...
Oh,
Yeah, he's coming out now. So he made a good decision. To stay
that
out.
was... That looked like that was... Whose fault was that? Andy?
What happened there?
Not
Is
sure.
the hotback? Is the hotback coming joining the track? No, it doesn't matter. As we heading forward, Richie has 13 seconds gap in that race between the them. Ratchidas, man. Ben Parkey in third place. Who thought of that? Behind him we got Fury, and they are battling there for the third place. So we got Fury and Ben Parkey fighting there for the third place.
so hello guys, just got a quick call on Facebook which I had to decline, but control was disconnected as well. Apologies for that.
So it doesn't matter, there's a big fight going on for the third place.
Yeah, Ben Parkey's got that P3 position ahead of Fury now. Ben Parkey's had a very unlucky
Oh,
race.
and
Fury
Fury
dives into
goes
the
in.
pits.
No,
Oh, he got disqualified for speeding into the pits, I think.
Oh, he's been DQ'd
oh,
there.
no.
That's really unfortunate there
Yeah.
for Fury. He just went steaming into the pits. It's so easy to
that's-
do in the LMP2 cars. You just misjudge how quickly you are going, and that pit entry comes up incredibly quickly, especially at Imola. So he just got caught out a little bit there. That's a real shame there, but loses a few points ultimately. 4 laps left to go in this race. Still got Richie leading the way by 15 seconds at the moment. It's my shot to balloons. Yes.
Fury saying he's doing 37 miles an hour and DQ'd him. Might have to review that. Obviously, if you've got any evidence, send it in, Fury.
Richie's extending his gap to 17 seconds at the moment at the front of the field, currently lapping 1 minute 35. Got Ratchidas running in P2 at this point. Currently, he's done a good race so far, had the lead of the race in the early stages. He was hunted down by Richie. Richie in the end has had far superior pace than anyone so far in this race. The only man who could have maybe matched him for sheer outright pace would have been Ben Parkey, but unfortunately a couple of mistakes and inconsistency ultimately playing a part in dropping him down the order. He's currently sat in a podium spot at the moment, so still a reasonable recovery from him. It looks like Hotpack's just picked up P5 ahead of Camber. Camber's had an off somewhere by the looks of it. Oh, we see there, we just caught the tail end of that incident. I don't know what happened to him, but he seems to have lost it coming through the S section, just in the first sector there. Easily done, especially as the tyres do start to go off a little bit now. We're into the later stages of this sprint race, and the tyre wear, it's going to be pretty excruciating around this track, especially in these cars. So Camber now dropped down to 6th place. It's over a minute behind the leader after in the sprint race. He drove a fantastic race in the sprint, was 2nd place in that one, but the feature in the dry conditions just has not gone to plan at all for him. Very unfortunate there for Camber. Ritchie currently stretching out his gap at the front, almost 20 seconds now, with 2.5 laps remaining. Doesn't look like anybody is going to stop him at this point. They feel pretty strung out now, and don't think there's any battles going on. The closest guys out on track are actually Bullen and Hotpack. Where's Fury when you need him? He's always involved in it, in action.
Yes.
He's always wish Fury was there. It looks like Ozzy Albi disconnected. That's unfortunate there for him. Was obviously our stand-in for tonight. Was having a good show as well. Just got a message there saying that unfortunately his Wi-Fi could not stand the pressure.
It's good. There's 2 laps to go. Can Ben Parky catch up with Rashida?
One thing, if Fury was going 37 miles an hour when he hit the pit entry, then what we can do is we can give him the points of last place when he was DQ'd.
Yeah.
We can give him points for 10th place.
Send him some evidence through time.
Yeah, we can give him points for 10th place. That's the absolute most we could do. Thinking about that. As we see, Ritchie is onto the penultimate lap of this race. Here, the race leaders dominated this feature race. Had a very tricky one in the wet during the sprint, but he's more than made up for it, which he really needed to do. He wanted to keep within touching distance in the fight with Ben Parky. Got some messages from Flaky tonight. Do you remember Flaky, guys?
Yeah, I haven't heard him from him in a while.
Yeah, Flaky is incredibly quick in the LMP2s. I think he's watching the stream by the looks of it. Contacting me on Discord. Flaky, if you want to race next week in the LMP2s, you're more than welcome. If you want to sign up on the reserve driver form, then it'd be good to have you out on track. We need somebody to be giving Ritchie Ben Parky a fight. Carnage Venom was meant to be racing tonight, but ultimately he couldn't turn out.
Imagine next season, I'll be racing these as well.
Yeah, it's going to be sick, honestly. Ritchie, you, Ben Parky,
man.
Flaky, Carnage Venom, mate, it's going to be amazing next season. It's going to be, the LMP2s are going to be sick. I can't wait for it. Honestly, you 5 out there, I mean, you don't even race LMP2s, but I know
I
for a fact
need
you're
to
going
get
to
a setup of someone.
No, I've got setups for LMP2s. Trust me, you'll be rapid. As we see Ritchie coming over the line here to start the final lap of the race. Got 24 seconds, league of his own.
Oh no! No! Ben Parky hits the wall. Oh no.
He might have damage. Yeah,
Yes.
keeps on. Don't know if he might have some hefty damage to that car, but it doesn't seem to have cost him too much time. He's currently coming up on some traffic. We believe that to be Camber, I think, just up ahead of him. Is that Camber? No, it's not Camber. It's X-Mart. That's X-Mart there. Ben Parky there. These guys separated by not much, but Ben Parky is on to the final lap of the race. Bullen currently set at P4 at the moment, a couple of seconds up the road from Hotpack. Camber still going around in P6. Didn't have the pace in the dry that he had in the wet earlier on. X-Mart, as we just mentioned, currently running P7. A lap down on the leader, Ritchie. DJ Phil's lost a car. Coming through the first sector there onto the gravel, gets it pointing in the right direction again. But I think that's all but put paid to his chances of taking that 7th place off of Xmart. He's also got, I think, Bullen coming up in him as well. He has indeed. Hotpack is closing in on Bullen, but I think it's going to be too little too late for him. Where's the race leader? Richie's just coming out of the last turn now, and he is going to take the victory here in the feature race for round 4 here at Imola. Fantastic drive from Richie tonight. Makes up for a slightly below par running the fit in the sprint race. Richie is the winner. Ratchidas is going to come around to take P2 ahead of Ben Parkey, which is no mean feat. Splitting those two is a pretty impressive performance indeed from Ratchidas. Great performance from him. Haven't really seen this type of performance from Ratchidas so far until now, but a brilliant podium finish from him, driving in the red and blue number 57 livery. Good job, Ratchidas. Ben Parkey is going to complete the podium. Bullen looks like he's just coming up on DJ Phil now. Hotback isn't going to catch up to him in time, unless Bullen has a simply monumental accident coming through this final turn. But he doesn't, so he is going to come from home in 4th. Hotback completes the top 5. Camber will come round in 6th place in a few moments' time. He's just coming into the last sector, and we believe Xmart is a lap down. So guys, that is that for the feature race. Richie 95 taking the win and doing his credentials in the championship standings. A whole world of good in regards to Ben Parkey. Coming into this round, Richie did actually have to lead over Ben Parkey by 14 points. Ben would have closed that gap. I think they would have been pretty much even after the sprint race. Richie most likely is going to have a slender lead in the standings by my quick calculations. But regardless, Richie the winner, Ratchidas and Ben Parkey 2nd and 3rd. What a race, guys. Brilliant job from Richie tonight. So anyway, we're going to get off tonight, guys. I'm absolutely knackered. Been up since 5 o'clock. Yeah, I think I will. But it's been a joy to commentate with you both once again. Fully enjoyed that race, and very, very impressive job from Richie tonight. Guys, if you like what you see on the Motive Racing channel, then be sure to subscribe on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, check out the YouTube stream, drop a like if you can, and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when we're live. And if you want to get involved in the action on track and you've got a PlayStation 4, then make sure you join our Discord server and get involved that way. We're going to get off. We'll see you tomorrow for ACC at 6 o'clock, followed by Touring Cars at 8. See you there.